right, first grade artists, today you are going to be printing with the texture of a leaf. So these stamps are made out of rubber. We want to make sure that we're showing expected behavior with them. So if I fold them in half like a taco, it's gonna break. If I flap them like a fish, it might get wrecked. So you need to show expected behavior and only use them the way that I'm showing. Now at the drive-thru, you should have gotten a black piece of paper and a messy mat. On your tray, you're gonna have a tray that has printing ink in it and a brayer. This is your roller. This is how we get the ink onto our stamps today. Now the first thing I do is always the same. I grab a pencil and I write my name, Mrs. C, and my class code. I wrote this in pencil so you can't really see it, but you'll be able to see it on your paper. And I need to flip it over. Now when I'm printing, I need to roll my stamp or my roller in my tray. And I'm gonna roll my brayer on my stamp. Roll side to side, back and forth, and then roll it on my stamp. I'm trying to get the ink from my tray onto my stamp. When I have gone back and forth, long ways and across, I'm ready to stamp. It looks like I need a little bit more ink on my tray. If that happens to you, just raise a quiet hand and then say, please, Mrs. C, can I have some more ink? Now, if you have too much ink on your roller, look how gobby that is. That's not gonna make a very nice print. So I wanna kind of spread it out. I need to make sure that I don't have too much ink on my leaf either, otherwise I won't see the cool textures. All right, I'm finally ready. Now when I put this on my paper, I'm gonna put the ink on my paper, or the stamp on my paper. I need to make sure I like where it's at because I can't lift it up once it's on there. So I'm thinking about this leaf kind of like floating in the wind. I'm gonna put it kind of diagonal. If I get a little ink on my hand, I can wipe it off on my messy mat, and I'm gonna hold down and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice how I didn't wiggle it side to side? Then my stamp won't turn out very well. Carefully peel it up, and there I have a stamp. I can do it again. That's called a ghost print, where it's a little bit fainter. Let's see if a ghost print will work out. Gonna count to 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One's even cooler. I have a few different stamps at my table to use today. I can even try this one. Rolling my brayer on my stamp, making sure I get every inch, even that stem down at the bottom, making sure I don't put too much ink on, otherwise it's not going to turn out very well. Good. Carefully picking it up, turning it over, laying it down slowly, and counting to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, let's see if I can get another one. Sometimes artists will have the stamps hang off the side. If you're going to do that, make sure that your messy mat is over there so that it doesn't get ink on the table. That just saves us a little bit of cleanup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, this is looking good. I probably have room for maybe 1 or 2 more leaves. So my stamp goes back to my messy mat because that's where I'm gonna have the ink. I don't want any extra ink on my beautiful picture. So my stamp is always on my messy mat so that it can roll over it. Never on my picture. I'm gonna have it hang off the edge over here too. All right, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, this is looking so good. Now, artists, you notice how I'm not having any of the leaves going on top of each other? If I have leaves that go on top of each other, it will look like a pile of leaves, and then I won't be able to see each one individually. I don't want a leaf pile. I just want a bunch of individual leaves spread out kind of separately. I think this is my last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that looks great. When your picture is filled up with leaves, not on top, spread out, you're going to carry it thumbs on top, flat like a lunch tray to the drying rack, and it's going to go in as low as I can go. Low, low, low.